This is Olin from NYC Guitar School, and today I'm going to show you how to play Catalina Breeze by the Blue Jean Committee. This is a track from their groundbreaking 1974 album, Gentle and Soft, and let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the 5 chord shapes we're going to need to play this song. And these are all 7th and 9th chords, which are used a lot not only in jazz music, but also in Motown and funk and so many other kinds of music. And another great thing is almost all of these shapes are movable all around the neck. So if we learn it on one note, on one root, we can move it up and down the neck and play it on any other root. Okay, so the first chord we're going to play is a C major 9. So we're going to be using our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, our first finger on the 1st fret of the D string, our pinky finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And those notes are C, E, B, D. And this is the chord that we're going to be using for the intro. We're going to get into that more later. All right, so the second chord shape is similar, but just a slightly different shape and a slightly different sound. This is a major 7th chord. So we're going to be doing this one, we're going to be practicing this one on the root D, which is on the 5th fret of the A string. All right, and our chord here, we're going to be putting our first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, our ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string, our middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and our pinky finger on the 7th fret of the B string. And those notes are D, A, C sharp, F sharp. 5, 7, 6, 7. All right, we have 3 more chord shapes for the whole song. Our next one, this one's kind of particular to this song, not to say that it's not used in any other song, but this is kind of a unique chord shape. This is an A minor 7, but we're going to be playing it way up here. So this chord has an open A string, that's the root. Then we're going to have our ring finger on the 10th fret of the D string, our middle finger on the 9th fret of the G string, and our first finger on the 8th fret of the B string. And those notes are A, C, E, G. And then remember, don't play the low E string. We don't want to hear that note. But if you play the high E string, it won't be the end of the world. All right, 2 more to go. So now these are the chords that we're going to be using in the chorus. First up is an F sharp minor 7. And this one's rooted from the low E string on the 2nd fret. And that's our F sharp. So we're going to bar our first finger across the 2nd fret, our first note on the low E string. So that's the 2nd fret of the low E string. Then the 4th fret of the A string. And then we're going to be barring the rest of the notes. So we have 2nd fret, 4th fret, and then 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret. And those notes are F sharp, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, F sharp. All right, and one more chord. And this is our minor 7th chord. So we're going to be using this chord in the chorus, and we're also going to be using it at one point in the verse. So a B minor 7 can be played with our first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, our ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string. Then we're going to bar that first finger, use it to play the 2nd fret of the G string, and our middle finger is going to play the 3rd fret of the B string. And then lastly, and this note is almost optional, but we can also play the 2nd fret of the high E string, again with that barred first finger. And those notes are B, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. All right, now that we have the 5 chords that we need to play this song, let's talk about the different sections of the song. So first up is the intro. And we're going to be starting with that first chord we talked about, the C major 9. All right, so we start with this chord shape, and now to play the next chord in the intro in the chord progression, we're just going to move it up 2 frets to be playing a D major 9. So we're going to go from C major 9 to a D major 9. And our rhythm, which is a little tricky, but it goes like this. And then we end on this D major 7, which is the first chord of the verse. All right, now let's play the verse. So in the verse, we have our D major 7 and our A minor 7 that we talked about earlier. So first up, we have that D major 7. That's 5, 7, 6, 7, 5 from the A string. And to play these chords, like the song, we really just want to, there's not really a strumming pattern, but it's more of just like you strum the chord and you hold it out until the next chord. So we start on that D major 7, just like this. Up next, we have that A minor 7. So we're going to slide way up here. Ring finger on the 10th fret of the D string, middle finger on the 9th fret of the G string, first finger on the 8th fret of the B string, and then we're going to use the open A string to play our A minor 7. And then we repeat that. D major 7 to A minor 7. All right, moving on. Now we have the pre-chorus. So for the pre-chorus, we're going to take our major chord shape yet again. Not on D this time though, we're going to do it on a G, which is on the 10th fret of the A string. So that's 10, 12, 11, 12. Start with that chord, strum it once, hold it out for 2 measures. Then we're going to play our minor 7th chord, again on G. So really all you need to do is take off your pinky and put your middle finger on the 11th fret of the B string. And then everything else stays put, stays where it was for the G major 7 chord. And then we strum that. Now the last 2 measures, we're going back to our major 7th chord, starting on the 5th fret of the A string, that's our D. Now we're going to move it down 2 strings, 2 frets, and then we're going to go back up. C sharp, D, so D, C, C sharp, D. And then we have a break going into the chorus. All right, last section. This is the chorus of the song, and our first chord is that F sharp minor 7. 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right, and then after that we have our B minor 7, which is 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. And this is a 6-bar chorus, which is kind of weird, but that's just the genius of the Blue Jean Committee. So, start with F sharp minor, then to B minor 7, then back to F sharp minor 7, and one more time to B minor 7. Then our last chord is we're going to take this F sharp minor 7 chord shape, move it up 3 frets. So now our root is an A, and we play an A minor 7. And for the strumming on this is the only time in the song that we're not really just playing one note and holding it. Because in this case, we want to build up into the next section, which is the guitar solo, which we'll have another video coming out for that. So check that out if you're interested in learning the guitar solo to this song. And that means that we're going to be just strumming straight downstrokes like this. right into the next section. 1, 2, 3, 4, D major 7, which is the first chord of the guitar solo. All right, well, that about wraps it up for Catalina Breeze. We have the 4 sections of the song: the intro, the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus, as well as the 5 chord shapes we're going to need to play the chords in the song. So happy practicing, and I'll see you on the next one.